Hello and welcome to another video from me. And today we are back in the tactical combat shooter. Yes, we're here back in Onward, and they have released some new features, a new map, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to jump back in and have a little look around. So the new map, here we are, it's called Abandoned, and this is the first time I've actually jumped into this map, so this is completely new for me. Absolutely new. I haven't got a clue where we're going, what we're doing, or anything. I'm just trying to get my little map out here, and as you can see, we seem to have a new little design on here as well. And let's go for a little wander and have a look around. This is supposed to be one of the biggest maps that they've actually made in Onward, and hopefully it's going to have a little bit more combat abilities, such as being able to flank, being able to run around, and a little bit more of an armor stroke squad vibe, if that makes sense. So I'm not even quite sure whether, let's get a little double pace up here, up to the top of one of these hills and have a look, because I've got no idea where the map boundaries are on here. But any new content that comes out in the Onward world, it's always a good thing. I'm always itching to get new maps. I tend to get bored of some of these maps extremely quickly. And it looks like we are whoa, a little bit of a lag there. I don't know if we'd reached the top of the map there. So here we are on top of one of the ravines, and it's definitely got a kind of Squad Arma feel to it. Now, as you can see, there are tanks down there. Hopefully one day we will actually get some of these vehicles in here, turn this into the virtual reality version of Squad. Now, what we've actually got here, as you can see, is quite a large open area here for engagements at long distance. I do like the close quarters maps, but this is very armorish. So let's just, what we'll do is we'll have a look over this ridge, and then we shall have a look at a new feature that's been added into this game. Let's just get that so we've got a little bit of something to look at as we're running up here. I don't know if we can even get up here, can we? Oh, it's going to be too steep. Realism, you see. You wanted tactical realism, or you want it. You've got it. I just want to find an ability to find something to show you. One of the new features in here, I haven't actually got any smokes on me. Have I got any smokes? No. I haven't got any smokes on me. Let's just have a little look around here on the valley. So this looks like almost as if you're going to be playing Arma, but in low res. Obviously, enemies moving across on the ridgelines here, we're still going to be able to see them perfectly in virtual reality. But what I'm actually looking for right now is I'm looking for a rock in order to be able to test a little feature. Let's get ourselves, oh, there's a rock there. Let's head down there. Yes, one of the new features, as a rock there, is working bipods, and they've also changed a lot of the scopes on the marksman rifles as well to make them a lot more usable. They were just way too small. You couldn't really use them effectively, and it really did spoil that aspect of the marksman. They really were at a disadvantage due purely to the fact that the scopes were pretty damn terrible. In fact, there's a wall there. This would be a good position to try out the new ability. Right, so here we are. We're going to defend this area from the enemy. It would be quite cool if there was an area like this you had to capture. You could get the four of you in almost like a defend and attack mode. So let's get rid of our knife. Let's get our weapon out. Let's get the beautiful M249 loaded here. Let's get our bipods down. And as you can see, there is the bipods. Now, whoops. Hey, that's a good start, isn't it? Can I pick that back up, please? Now, how do we actually... That is the question. How do we lock it onto rocks? We're supposed to be able to lock this. Oh, there we go. Looks like it actually has to be on a certain particular type of rock. So as you can see, now we have the working bipod. It's locked onto there. I don't know if we can actually grab... I was wondering if we could actually grab the back of it with the second hand. and it automatically locks on. You almost like want to almost like grip the back of this here, but that will give us the great ability to be able to lock this down and get a much easier steady aim. Meaning we can suppress, we can lock it down. Whoops. It looks like it's a kind of auto lock feature on there, and of course we can still use it with both hands. I haven't got the foregrip on here, but you get the basic idea. So that is a great feature, and if I lay down on the ground, I presume it will auto lock as well. So let's get that bipod out. Yep, and there we go. So if we wanted to, if I can pick it back up again, if we can actually lay down on the real floor, get the bipod out, we can even lay it on the floor like that, which is fantastic, and we can get our suppression in, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for some of the longer range engagements. So while we're here, what we might do is, as we're having a little run around, can we jump in here? Yes, we can. We can do the old stealth. I don't know whether they'll actually see it. You may even see the body in there. But anyway, what we'll do is now is we'll get the marksman rifle out and we'll have a look at that and see if it has in fact been increased and whether things have got any better. But this map is definitely, these type of maps are definitely heading in the right direction if, and this is an if that I feel it needs, it definitely is going to need longer timers with a bigger map. Gives you a chance to be a bit more tactical and move across some of these ridge lines and things like that. But so far, I'm quite impressed. Let's jump in and grab a marksman rifle. Okay, so here we are back on the field, and we're going to be taking out the SV90. I think it's the SV90. But let's go for a little run past this tank here, and let's head out here down towards these ranges and have a look at the marksman rifle, see if anything's improved, because of course we now have got working bipods, so this is going to make engagements, especially if it's an attack and defense scenario, absolutely brilliant, because you're going to be able to go up high on these ridges. If you could get up on that water tower, that would be even better. But then again, we really do need the M203 in order to counteract the snipers. So here is our weapon of choice. Getting a little bit of jerkiness, that's purely down to the fact that I am recording. We have our bipod, and look at that, straight on the sandbags. It's now supported, and if we have a look through the sight, I still don't know whether that sight is actually effective enough to use properly. Still a little bit difficult to use, that, I think. I'm not actually quite convinced on the sight units as yet. I still think that is extremely difficult to see. Maybe if we swap out the sight for one of the other ones, we might be able to see whether we get any more luck. So if we look down, let's look at the water tower. If I can get... oh, it's no good. See if we can have a look down there at those other sandbags. See, it's extremely difficult, because by the time you've actually got this lined up, it's... oops. By the time you've got it lined up, you're already pretty much dead. So let's have a quick look at one of the other weapons, but so far, I don't think that's increased a huge amount. So here we are up near the water tower on the new map, and we're going to take out this M16 and we're going to try out this bipod and see whether this has increased. We've actually got this on ×12 as well. So let's get this locked and loaded. Let's get our bipod down, and let's imagine we have an enemy running along this top ridge line here. So I'm actually going to crouch here. We're going to get that on the ridge like that, like so, and I'm going to position myself near in the real world. That is a little bit more manageable. I think that is going to be a little bit easier to use than the other one. But still, this is not the easiest thing. There's definitely I think, an over-exaggerated fisheye effect on this. But if you want to play the marksman and you are playing defense, this might be quite a good weapon. As you can see, the recoil is quite massive on there. Let's get our eye right up inside it. As you can see, you can get actually in quite close here. So that is definitely a lot more manageable than the other weapon. But this has just been a little quick run around here. We've got an AA emplacement here as we come down. We've got an AA emplacement here. Hopefully someday we'll be able to start using some of these weapons. But this map looks quite good. I think it's going to change the whole aspect of it as we get closer to armor, as we get closer to other ones, and hopefully when vehicles and helicopters, if they make it into the game, should make this very, very interesting. I've been Box of Demons out in the field. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I shall be showing you some multiplayer footage of this map in the next video, but in the meantime, this has been Outcast or Onward or whatever it was called, Outnumbered. You take your pick, basically. And we've had a little look around at some of the sites, some of the bipods, and some of the map. I shall be doing more in depth videos coming real soon. Thanks for watching. I've been Box of Demons. Bye bye.